Good morning children. Hope all are doing good. Hope you understood the additions chapter that I have taught you. Alright. Now today we are going to start your fourth chapter in your term 1, that is subtraction. Okay. Now what do you mean by subtraction children? Already you learned single digit subtractions in your grade 1. Right. Now subtractions is nothing but taking away. Subtraction is nothing but taking away. Right. And what is the sign we are using? Minus. This sign we are using for the subtraction. And suppose 7 minus 5 is 2. Right? Now this 7 is called as the minuend. 7 is called as the minuend. 5 is called as the subtrahend. And the answer is called as the difference. What are children? The bigger number in subtraction is called as the minuend and the smaller number is called as the subtrahend. The answer that you got on subtracting these two numbers is called as the difference. Got it children? And what is the sign we are using for the subtraction? Minus. Minuend minus subtrahend is nothing but difference. Understood children? Right. Now in this chapter we are going to learn subtraction without regrouping and with regrouping. What do you mean by regrouping children? It means you are taking a borrow. In addition you will do it with the carrying. But in subtraction you have a concept of borrowing. What is that? Let us see. Okay. Now before that, let us learn about the properties of subtraction. What are the properties of subtraction children? When you subtract 0 from any number, the answer is number itself. Am I right or not? When you subtract 0 from any number, what is the answer you are getting? The number itself. When you are subtracting same numbers, say 100 minus 100, this answer is 0. Subtracting the same numbers, the difference is 0. 39 minus 39, 0. Got it children? So when you subtract any two same numbers, the result is always 0. Next, when you are subtracting 1 from any number, you will be getting the predecessor, that is before number. When you are adding 1, you are getting after number, that is successor. But when you are subtracting 1, you will get predecessor or before number. 49 minus 1, 48. Is it not 48 is before of 49 children? Yes. So these are the properties. So what is that? On subtracting 0 from any number, you are getting back the same number. Right? When you are subtracting same numbers, the result is always 0. Next, when you are subtracting 1 from any number, you are getting back the predecessor, that is before number of the given number. You will get always the before numbers. These are the properties of subtraction. Okay children, next we will continue further. Now let us take the other topic, subtracting by regrouping. What do you mean by regrouping children? I have said you the concept of borrow. Suppose I am subtracting two digits. Say 79 minus 46. First, you have to arrange the numbers. 9 minus 6. Come on, count after 28. So let us arrange the numbers. Minus. Now listen children, can I subtract 5 from 8? Can I subtract 8 from 5? Generally we subtract a smaller number from a bigger number. But here we got a smaller number. Can we take out a bigger number from a smaller number? No. Then what to do? So what we are taking? We are borrowing. We are borrowing. Suppose when you are writing something in your class or you are coloring, you have no red crayon with you. What you are going to do? Will you color with the yellow? No. So you will ask help from your friend to give red crayon. Am I right or not? Since you don't have red crayon, what are you doing? You are asking help from your friend to give a red crayon so that you can color it. Similarly, when I cannot subtract a bigger number from smaller number, what I am taking? I am taking help from the other number. I am taking help from the other number. That is called borrowing. That is called borrowing. Now, see here. 5, 8. I can't take out 8 from 5. So, what I am doing? I am borrowing 1 from 3. Okay. When I am borrowing from 3, 3 changes to 2. Because I have said you, whenever you are subtracting 1 from any number, you will get its before number. So, when you are subtracting 1 from 3, it changes to 2. And here you are borrowing 5. It means it becomes to 15. From tens place, I am borrowing 1. From tens place, if I am borrowing 1, it means I am borrowing 10. 10 plus 5, 15. This is tens place value, children. This is ones place value. Am I right? I am taking borrow from 3. If I am taking 1 as a borrow from 3, it means I am taking 10. So 10 plus 5, 15. Now, is it not 15 greater now? So 15 minus 8. Now count after 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. What do I get? 7. Now 2 minus 2, 0. Now there is no 3 further children because I have taken a borrow from 3. When I have taken a borrow from 3, 3 changes to its before number, that is 2. What is my answer now? 7. Understood children? Now let us look into other problem again. One more example let us see. I have say 46 minus 9. 46 minus 9. Again 6 is smaller than 9. I cannot take out 9 from 6. Am I right? So what I need to do? I have to take a borrow. From where? Is it from my home? No. I am taking borrow from 4. When you are taking borrow from 4, 4 changes to 3. 4 changes to 3 and 6 changes to 16. Because you are taking borrow from the tens place value. When you are taking 1 from 4, it means you are taking 10. So 10 plus 6 is nothing but 16. Now 16 minus 9. After 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 7. And 3 as it is because there is no other number here present to subtract. So I am dropping 3 as it is. So when you are getting to subtract a bigger number from a smaller number, you have to take a borrow from the before number and you have to subtract it. When you are taking borrow from the before number, that changes to previous number, that is 3. Suppose if I have 7, it changes to 6. Got it children? So this is how you will carry out the subtraction using borrowing. Let us see one more problem for your understanding. Okay, let us take one example. Say I have 90 minus 37. 90 minus 37. Now see children, can I take anything from 0? 0 is nothing. Am I right? Since 0 is smaller and 7 is greater, can I take a bigger number from smaller one? No. So what I have to do? I have to take a borrow. From where? From 9. So when I am taking borrow from 9, 9 changes to its before number. 9 changes 0 changes to 10. 0 changes to 10. Now 10 minus 7. Come on, start counting after 7. 8, 9, 10. How many fingers did I take it out? 3. Got it? Next. 8 minus 3. Come on, start counting after 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many fingers? 5. 53. So this is how you will subtract it using regrouping. Regrouping is nothing but you are taking a borrow. Now let us take another problem. Let us see another problem. 67 minus 90. 67 minus 90. Now from 7 I can't take out 9. What I have to do? I have to take a borrow. Yes. From where should I take a borrow? From my pocket? No. I have to take a borrow from 6. Now what happens to 6? 6 changes to before number. So 6 changes to 5. What is before 6? 5. And 7 changes to 17. 7 changes to 17 because I am taking one borrow, it means 10 I am taking. 10 plus 7, 17. Now 17 minus 9. Come on, start counting after 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. How much I got? 8. Next, 5 minus 1. Start counting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is my answer. Got it, children? So this is subtraction using regrouping. Hope you understood this concept. We will discuss the other concepts in the next class.